on right now?
I've swung.
Streaming is on.
Oh, we have live streaming now.
Hey,
So, I'm on Nintendo products mostly now when I'm playing consoles. I'm using the Nintendo Switch. When my kid will let me play it, and also the Wii U. So I think that and I guess in my mature years, I've settled into Nintendo products.
Okay, yeah. So do you play the Nintendo Wii much, like the active games?
I do a lot of I like a lot of the shooting games that came, like some of that kind of stuff. A lot of the Nintendo Wii, peripherals and accessories you'd pick up for their Wii remotes were really like corny and janky.
Yeah.
So I never really got into a lot of that. Like the full motion stuff. I guess with the Switch, it's basically the same. They do a lot of the same stuff. Like I'd say my favorite motion control game would be, what is it, Street Fighter Ultra Edition that they released for the Switch, where you can actually pull off Hadokens by using the Joy-Cons in each hand and making the Hadoken, shape with your body, and the Shoryuken Dragon Punch and stuff like that. It's pretty. That was pretty awesome. But I find a lot of that stuff's kind of gimmicky. Unless you're like in VR, and then that would make more sense.
Yeah. You play any VR games? You like VR?
When I get the chance. So a friend of mine, he's got the HTC VR set, and that thing's pretty sweet, man. Like, but I find that there's not a whole lot of selection out there for like high quality VR games. There's a lot of like, people obviously who are, writing or programming games for that, market, because it's, new territory and whatever. And a lot of people jumped into that market, but it's got a high entry point, right? It's got a big price tag attached to it, especially for the HTC.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I like the Explorer kind of VRs, the open world ones where you can just kind of roam around and do worthless shit. But or like we're getting into like looking into VR social medias and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna try to build our own VR game down the road here, right, Satori? He always goes blank. Look at him.
Yeah. I was, I had to explore what was called hubs, and where you could, they have different templates, right, for different landscapes, and then you could insert your own assets to like, yeah.
Oh, we're
you gotta check out. I've been working on this like visuals for like these like portals. I was talking about it a little bit before we're off.
Yeah. I saw some of the uploads for the portals. Censorship sucks. You do any VR? You try any VR before?
No, never have.
Never tried any VR. Oh man, you're missing out. You gotta try it, dude. It's fun. You gotta get high and then put on the VR.
Absolutely, that's a prerequisite. Otherwise, how are you going to deal with the motion sickness, right? If you're not already feeling it.
That's right.
I'd say like the most fun I had in a VR game was like one of those open world kind of, or like exploring kind of games, like you mentioned, Mindsgaming. Like there was this one, I forget what it was called because it's been a bit since I tried it, but you had to like climb a giant freaking robot. And then you had to like, scale the side of it and find the right places to get your next handhold and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I would love to see like Assassin's Creed in VR. Like that would be great. Like
that would be cool.
Yeah,
like
an open world, you're running around, you're fighting people. Like there's so much to do. Like something like that would be crazy.
Yeah. Now, do you guys use the HTC rig, or do you guys have the other one? I forget who developed the other one. Oculus.
Well, I have a little cheap knockoff rig that was made in China, but
hey, if it works, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I actually just use my friend's like headset, and I think his is like a knockoff too.
Yeah. My buddy has an Oculus, and it has a lot better graphics than mine. Let me say that much, but it works. Mine works, and I like it. I enjoy it. But Man, it's just VR's where it's gonna be. Like that's the next gap in gaming. I want a lot of first person shooters and explorers and all that kind of stuff, like the trippy shit, man.
Yeah, I like the games that you play where there's like waves of zombies coming at you. That's pretty cool too. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You just got to keep clearing wave after wave, and you get new upgrades and ammo and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, censorship sucks. Tell me about like why did you get out of gaming? Like you said, you were into World of Warcraft a lot. Like why'd you leave gaming?
Okay. Well, I've gamed probably 2 times in my life. Once when I was like in middle school, and I got out of it then just because I started hanging out with my buddies after school and doing all going out, running around, being crazy. So we'd never really hung out at home. And I mean, we'd play a little bit, but not I don't know. Then in the Warcraft days, I don't know. I think it was like I just got kind of bored of it one day, and then like stopped turning it on, and then like haven't played it, and then I let my subscription go.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
this is what's like a month or something, and so I was like,
No, yeah. I mean, everybody gets in and out of it. I think that you should try the new eras of games, man. You should try out some games again. So,
I've got a bunch. I mean, I've got a Steam account, and I've got I don't know, 20, 30 games in there, 40 games, but quite a few. The ones I like City Skylines, kind of fun. Just sit and build cities.
Yeah. Anything in building, I know, like City Skylines, skyscrapers, The Sims, all those builder ones are just, they're fun. I love those ones.
And then I played a little bit of Ark. That was kind of fun. I was it's like they just kind of throw you in there with there's like no lessons for how to play the game though. You have to figure out literally everything from scratch. I have no clue.
So what's that about?
What I can fight and what I can't fight and stuff like that, or like it's. And then
what is Ark about?
Ark is like you're sat down on this like I think it's futuristic, but it's like prehistoric. There's dinosaurs and shit everywhere, and you can build structures and rafts and stuff, and you can tame the animals and make them your pets and ride them around and whatnot, and fight them or kill them, and it's a pretty intense game. I really feel like I'm just missing some basic information to make it a lot.
It happens. Some of those games don't tell you anything. You just figure out everything.
Yeah, there's no tutorial, nothing. You just have to go to YouTube and start
Anytime
watching videos.
you don't have a tutorial, you're in trouble. But
like, how do I
figure it out
walk?
eventually.
How do I walk, man?
Oh, I gotta see censorship in a VR rig then.
He's
trying to figure out how to walk an Ark. Walking in a VR rig is very interesting.
The other one I saw this channel, what's his name on YouTube, was making these really funny videos about the game Rust. Have you guys ever played that?
I've heard of it, but
I've played Rust. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. So I'm like, all right, this is the most brutal friggin' game I've ever seen. I've got to get in there and play it. And I played it, and it's every bit as brutal as I thought, times 10. So that's why I don't play it very often, because it's like,
yeah, man, yeah. You got to get into like, I think Skylines is a pretty good one. There's city builders and stuff like that. But...
You might like Valheim or Valheim. I don't know how you pronounce the game, but that one's pretty cool. That's another crafting game. And you're like Viking Stone Age kind of setting, and that one's kind of cryptic too. You got to follow this stupid crow around for the first part of the game, and he tells you how to play. And if you don't
know what you're talking about now, okay,
yeah, that game, and he's like not always around, and you go find him in random places. Like, I guess I'm supposed to learn now. But,
well, and that's what I liked about Warcraft is it was so intricate, and with guilds and everything. I mean, I was a guild master with like 200-300 people in my guild. It was like the newbie guild where like everybody was welcome and we all tried to help each other, and it got like super huge, and and then people would leave and go raid, and but there's like end game. There's once you're done leveling up, there's all the battlegrounds. I love battlegrounds, man. Those are just a riot.
Yeah. Battlegrounds, anything. I like building games and first-person shooters. They're my favorites, definitely. Kid's going crazy, man. He loves it, man. Oh, I got him a new setup, man. It's crazy, dude. Like his grandfather sent him an Xbox S, so he has all new setup in his room, and like he spent like 3 days straight just figuring out how to work everything in his setup. He loves it. It's wonderful, man.
Nice. It's always good to get new gear.
He's been into Roblox since he was little, so like he has so many Roblox games and stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's hugely popular with kids now, man.
Yeah, man. It's ridiculous. He plays this one game. It's called Where Are All the Buttons or something, where they're just billions of buttons that do different things, and he actually knows how to play. And like he's like a level like 40. I have no idea what any of these fucking buttons do. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, man. You guys, what kind of movies are you guys into?
Well, before we move on from games, I'll say the gamification of Minds is what I love about it too.
Oh yeah, we can definitely talk about the gamification of Minds. Minds is definitely a game. I play Minds like yeah. So what about you? You play Minds like a game, Rizzo?
Kind of, sorta. I guess you could call me a filthy casual on Minds.
Filthy casual. I don't know, man. You get into gamer too. Some people might disagree with you.
I definitely focus my ambition in certain areas at different times, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, GamerTube's definitely a permanent part of the repertoire now. Now that I've discovered it and, kind of seen the community that's there, and it's a very prolific community too, man. A lot of people posting in it, a lot of gamers. It's a great community for gamers. Absolutely. That's why I started posting everything there, because you got to get the word out, about what you're doing, and let people kind of see what you can do. Especially if you want them to, follow you on other platforms and stuff like that. So it's really, really sweet. Really sweet group.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you posting there too. You do a lot of uploads, and we love the uploads more than anything else in there. So
yeah, man. Well, that's the best way, right? You gotta give people a little sample.
Yeah,
show them what you could do, and that's the best way to do it. And the Minds is great for that. I mean, I haven't experienced any upload issues. I know some people do, but I've been using the Minds video upload now pretty religiously since I went pro, because it's just, I don't know, the quality's great, and you get to do it as much as you want. So why not?
Yeah, so you helped me out. I think that we downloaded some codecs or something, and that really helped out a lot, I think.
Did it? Okay, good.
I haven't had many problems lately at all.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll talk about the gamification, the options real quick, right? So when you go to your rewards, you get a little engagement ticker now that tells you how active you are. On a scale of I don't know. I guess they have casual, core, and hardcore. And it's on a 365-day cycle now. It looks like
it's on a 365-day cycle.
Yeah.
Oh,
weird. Yeah. So, anyways,
is this on your analytics?
I see what you're saying.
Engagement.
Yeah. Under, if you go to your wallet and then go to engagement, you'll see an activity multiplier, and then it'll give you a ranking. So like it's literally like how active you are, how many days you're online, and how much you're playing on Minds gives you more rewards. So now you're getting a token, which is pretty much, a token is the concept of any game, and you get a gaming point, a gamer token, whatever, and then you get more for playing more. So I love that concept. I love the activity multiplier.
Yeah, and to explain to everyone what that is casual is active 1 day over the last 7 days. Core is 2x, active 3 days over the past 7 days, and hardcore is 6 days over the past 6 days. So if you just log in every day, you're multiplier will be ×3, which is
yeah. And I made a little joking meme about that because I think that they need to make it a little harder to achieve and maybe add some more multipliers, like go up to 5 and then make it so it's more like you need to be a month online active to make that 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every day for the last year.
Yeah. I mean,
God, that's a big deal, man. You lose that and you're like, oh no.
Well, yeah, dude. Could you imagine if you had a multiplier for being on for a year and then you just forgot to get on one day and lose everything? You just, it hurts.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're like electricity goes out and your phone dies, and it's like 2 days. You're like running to the next town, and you're like, oh, it's almost 7. I gotta go.
Points are gone. Yeah, man.
That could be a really big deal. I mean, for somebody who's making, say, $10 a day as a casual, right? And you knock a 5 times multiplier on that, you know what I mean? Like suddenly you make 50 tokens a day, and that's a big deal. To go back on to 20 for the foreseeable future,
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's you gotta keep track of that stuff, man. Make sure to log on. But yeah, my big thing right now is adding the liquidity into the liquidity pools, because that's pretty much you're getting a percentage of the game then. So that's what I want.
You're getting a cut of the online Uniswap, market for that.
Right. So other people are playing, and you're just taking in from that market from them playing. So
yeah,
I love that.
Whereas, that's coming from like people who are buying and selling tokens. They pay a spread basically, and providing that liquidity pool means that you're going to participate in that spread, the profit that's made from people who, make a market, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like if you look at all those traders on an exchange, many of them are just in there making a market. They know they can sell for 1/8 higher than they can buy, right? So they buy at 1/8 and sell at 2/8 or whatever, and all day long, they just throw them back and forth like that as fast as they can. And every now and then it ticks against them and they break even or whatever, or maybe lose a tick. But, they do that 100 times a day, 500 times a day, and suddenly you're making money. And that's kind of the theory here. The bigger that pool grows, the more people will be able to do that. But I got a question for you about that, Mindsgaming.
Yeah.
When I was playing around with it, and it was like, let's add 100 tokens in there, and then it seems to want the same amount of Ethereum.
So what you're doing is you're providing. We had this talk earlier in Mossy, actually. This is interesting. So anyways, so what you're doing is when you're going through, you're providing Ethereum liquidity to the token. So you need the same amount of both to add the liquidity to the token.
Okay. All right. So in theory, if I wanted to put $100 tokens onto the liquidity pool, I would have to sell 50 of them into Ether first. Then I would have an equal amount, and I could put all that on.
Yeah, you do 50 and 50. Yeah, sure. But when you're adding Ether to the liquidity pool, you're like, that's why the token jumps up and down in price. So like, if you add more liquidity, the more liquidity you add, the better the token rate is. So like, the more liquidity in the pool, the better token rates you're getting back out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so right now, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably around 80, 90 cents, somewhere around there. But
82.5 cents, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're adding liquidity into it, then it's gonna go up. But if people are pulling liquidity out, it's gonna go down. Hold on, I gotta see what he's banging. Give me a second.
Okay, here's another question for you, man. The smallest denomination of a Bitcoin is called a Satoshi, right?
Yeah. Change
So
Satoshi.
What's the smallest denomination of a Minds token? Is it a bill? Is it an Ottman? What is it?
This is an Ottman. Oh man, that was harsh. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think we have to decide. I mean, bills work. Yeah. I could say I sent you 5 bills, and you'd know I sent you 5 of the smallest denomination, or I sent you 5 Ottmans. I don't know which is better.
I think I'd have to go with Ottman, man.
I agree. I concur.
So Ottman it is. Is it yorizzo? You agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It sounds like it works better.
All right. So change Minds tokens are now referred to as Ottmans. just so everybody knows.
Well, it's the smallest denomination of a Minds token you can send to someone. There's one omen.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah, it came to me a long time ago, and I keep laughing about that every time.
It was the right place for it, man. Yeah, talking about more gamification of tokens, what do you guys think about getting an NFT system on here?
Oh, well, that'd be fantastic. So, well, explain how you would envision it, though.
How I would envision it. Well, I don't know how much you know about NFTs, but pretty
Very
much,
little.
yeah, it's pretty much they're collectibles, right? So think of them as a digital baseball card, okay? That's what I like. That's what has been working for me to explain this to people, anyways. So you're buying a collectible that could go up or down in value depending on different things and whatever. Like, for example, if I buy a gift that ends up going viral, then that gift is going to be worth more because I bought it and I have proof that it's the first one and all that kind of concept. So they're just digital collectibles pretty much.
Right.
So
as an example, let's say Satori puts up a 30-second GIF or something, or a movie clip, and I buy it. Right. So he puts it up for sale for one-time sale or for multiple sales.
Well, you can do it for multiple or one time. So you can make multiple copies or limited editions or whatever. So like if I make a meme or
so think about it like art. You have like the original print, which would be like the highest, the best quality. Because like when I do like my bigger images, like for my actual animated GIFs that I do, they're huge, and like they actually weren't loading on mine for a while. So then I made them like these really like smaller, like crappy versions of them. So like for that instance, like let's say I make a really good one, and I do that high quality one, and that's like the original one that I did, and then you sell like prints of it that are probably like less quality of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like Curry Hobo in some of our discussions created like these huge lifetime drawing things, and like that's like something that he just did on the spot, and you know what I mean? Like those are unique.
Yeah. And that's something that I could take down to a really good printer and make a entire wall-sized version of. Whereas someone else might buy a size that you could really only print out, and it would never be big enough to cover a wall. It would look too blurry. You could take like a nice 12-inch by 12-inch, photo of it and hang it on your wall. Okay.
And then I think you also too, in that sense, will own the copyright. So then you could probably like sell those prints too.
Right. So once you buy it, you own the asset or the collectible, just like a baseball card you would, and you can trade it back in, you can resell it, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, it would be interesting because we're already on the Ethereum network. So we already have the chain attached. We already have Uniswap attached. So it'd be interesting if we could come up with a way to swap out our ERC Minds tokens into a contract to make an NTF. It seems logical. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, it seems like another good way to gamify Minds further would be to create like a market, right? Within Minds.
Yeah.
And an NFT market would be cool, as well as like, any other kind of thing that you want to put in the market, just like have an NFT section in the market. But we were talking about that last night when we were doing a watch party in my Discord. We were somebody came up with the idea of they want to get a 3D printer, right? And start printing out like the avatars of all the people that we hang out with and stuff, and make bobbleheads out of them or whatever, right?
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I was thinking the same thing. Like I just made I was thinking of making like collector cards, right? So you could make collector cards of all the people that you hang out with and stuff like that, and attach them to the system, the NFTS system, and then so we could all have our own card and kind of say for our Minds card or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would be interesting to have something like that online to buy and trade kind of our digital creations on here on top of what we already have. I mean, we already have the wire system and memberships and stuff, but that would just be another way to enhance all of our earnings.
Think about groups like Meme Wars or Meme Supreme, like all the original memes that get posted, and like you could turn those into NFTs also, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That'd be crazy.
So
and it doesn't
right
have
now,
to be expensive. Like you can pay like a dime for one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not expensive at all to change them into it either. Like to get the little.
Here's the thing. It's okay. So this guy in one of my videos was talking about having a post be locked up. So here let's just talk about images, right? So say Curry Hobo has an original high resolution drawing that he did, and he wants to post it on Minds, and he locks it up, that individual one, and it's like auctioned off or whatever to have it, and then it unlocks it for you, so you can download it and you can do whatever you want, and you have the original high resolution image of it, and you transfer it by Minds token. So like whatever the price is, whatever Curry wants to put for it, and then say for the memes, it will be like the same thing. It's everybody could view it, but it's only locked up until like someone like pays like 0.3 whatever you put the price of your digital asset, and then it unlocks it, so then you could like.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what the NFT system is all about. Is making a footprint for those unlocks of digital assets, so that you have the ownership of it.
Yeah.
So, right. So I mean, that would just make things even easier for us to buy, sell, and trade among each other. Like having a bunch of collector cards would be cool.
Sounds like it wouldn't be
for censorship sucks.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like it wouldn't be too difficult to implement into the Minds platform either, because I mean they already have options for monetizing content using the memberships. So being able to monetize or purchase or unlock the NFT, however you want to say it, that should be something that could be really easily included in their existing infrastructure for the website.
Yeah, and I think that
I think you just like monetize the post, and like you just monetize it peer to peer, meaning like what I said, you unlock it to that person that pays like.
The trick is what they would probably likely do is find some deal with a company like Uniswap that is already doing it, and just make some sort of an integration portal, right? So that we can have NFT over here.
End up doing. I mean, we all know.
That sounds like them, doesn't it? I mean,
plug in.
Take the path of least resistance and get the most bang for your buck.
Oh, what was the last part? I missed the last part there.
Oh, take the path of least resistance and get the most bang for your buck.
I was reading an article earlier about Uniswap, and there's a version 3 that's coming, and there's no date set, but supposedly in version 3. You're able to more flexible of your pool, like you could have it more direct of like how you want to use it or whatever, and so like that's like the same concept on the front end when you're trading, right? So that you could keep on importing new tokens. So, but that creates a problem on the chain if you're constantly creating each new ER20 token for each digital asset. So there has to be like some better way to do it.
Well, Ethereum's already there, right? And I think that's what like, some of the other exchanges are doing out there. That the NFT platforms. I think what they do is you want to buy it in Bitcoin, you want to buy it in whatever, go for it, right?
Yeah, and then they facilitate the exchange of that. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can do it in many different assets. Like you can do it in Ethereum, you can do it in Bitcoin, and I think you can even do it in Dodge now. So there are a couple of different ones out there. It's an interesting concept. I think mine should
this I think in the near future you're going to see a couple of channels and apps that hopefully get built on top of Minds that like does this. So it's like so there was a I think it's still around, but there was a Bitcoin thing called Open Bazaar, and what it was like an eBay type of thing, and then it's supposed to you exchange things with Bitcoin. And the whole thing, it was that it took forever to like synchronize with the chain. And like I tried it like took me like fucking a week to get like actually like all set up and on it. And then like once I got on it, like no one was exchanging or doing anything. And then I was like, oh, this sucks. I never used it again. But the concept is like, you know, the same thing. It's like you create the like marketplace for. So just think about it like in real life, you have like Art Walk, or you have, you know, your open markets that like are at like farmer markets or whatever, and then everybody has a stall, and then you exchange your value right there. But what the key is that you need someone to exchange, and which is the Uniswap, where you exchange it for, say, you have Bitcoin or whatever. And then,
hey, yeah, I got another question for you guys about the staking. You know, for if I want to add liquidity. Okay, so we talked before about like I was playing around. If I wanted to move 100 tokens over the Minds tokens over there to provide liquidity, that doesn't work. I got to sell half of them into Ether first, then move an equal amount of Ether and Minds tokens onto the liquidity pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, let's say I leave them on there for one day, and in that day, I wake up tomorrow and Ether is at $170. Ethereum, right? It crashes 90% exactly overnight. And I say, okay, I want to withdraw. Am I going to get the same amount of Ether back that I put in with the 90% hit, and the same, and also the same number of Minds tokens that I sent over at a 0% hit?
No, it all depends. Like, say for right now, I have more Ethereum than I put in originally. So I put in my liquidity pool when Minds token was at 50 cents, and then so Ethereum was at like 1800. So I had a good, you know, rate. But right now, if I took it out, I still have more Ethereum than I do Minds tokens. So it doesn't matter. You know, the price will fluctuate to the market, but as far as tokens, especially if you keep it in there longer, you're mining Minds tokens, and you're getting some Ethereum as well. And so like you're basically what needs to happen in the exchanges is you wrap your Minds token to the same value as Ethereum, so that they could exchange for value. It's like it's what we were talking about earlier, like the problem of exchanging one asset for another, and like being sure that you're getting the value back, you know, like what we're talking about right now. Like, so I did good in my Ethereum, my liquidity pool, because even though that Ethereum went down by a lot, and so did Minds tokens went by a lot, I'm still up by like 40% in my liquidity pool. Because
the only problem is I've got to like move two big, like, you know, a couple big transactions to sell, remove them, my tokens on chain, and then to sell half of them, and then to move all that more. I'm looking at like 3-4 fees, and that's going to be like a lot of money.
You should. I don't know what's going on with your
yeah.
I don't know. You should like probably like I don't know, cancel, or I don't know what to do with your situation. But like I'm in a weird situation too, because I'm trying to put some tokens on chain, and it's just telling me ridiculous prices for the transaction, and I don't understand like where they're coming up with these weird fees.
Right. I'm going to try something right now, which is I'm going to try to move some tokens from Minds over to my wallet using the gas. I have some gas money in there, so let me try that. Let me see what the fee is.
Yeah,
so
see what the fee is.
You keep talking. I'll do this in the background. Keep it.
Mindsgaming, have you tried to put anything recently on chain?
Yeah. I just put something on chain the other day. It cost me about 10%. So It was high then, but
Yeah, but I'm like okay. Earlier today, I tried to put 100 tokens on chain, and they were asking for 2.3 Ethereum tokens. Like, what the hell is that?
yeah, I
Like,
don't know. Like, it sounds like it's not reading that you have tokens in your wallet.
Like your wallet's disconnected or something?
no, I have insufficient funds, but not like, I don't know. Like, I have like $30 in there,
Because I know there's a thing where if you don't
but
have,
it shows that it's connected. Like, it shows my balance in there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like on my MetaMask. Like, yeah.
Okay,
I
this
put
is
the liquidity
saying,
pool, so like I have done transactions between them. You know.
all right, this is saying that a slow gas fee is $8. I'm trying to move 1,000 tokens onto my MetaMask, right? It varies from about $9 to $11 for fast, right? But then there is it says gas fee $10.15, total amount plus gas fee $42.78, right? And it's telling me I don't have the funds, so I got to wait for Ethereum to go back up a little bit. But yeah, so what is this other like amount plus gas fee? What is the amount? What does that mean?
amount plus gas fee. Well, that should be how much the amount that you're transferring plus the gas fee. How much the amount you're transferring is worth plus the gas fee.
So MetaMask thinks that but why would it charge me the amount I'm transferring plus a gas fee
It's a good question.
and need me to have that in balance to do that? I need to have $10 in here according to what I think and how I think this works.
It's telling me the gas fee is $3,000.
When I'm going in now and I go to transfer.
Wait, who's saying the gas fee's $3,000?
It says gas fee to Ethereum.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting. I've been trying for like
Wow.
3 days, and that's what I've been getting. I'm like, what the hell? That's insane.
Okay, so I go to transfer. I'm only trying to transfer 25 right now, and I get my gas fee is $3 total. I don't get anything else.
What?
Okay, let me play with something because I was watching one of them their YouTube videos.
I wonder why mine's. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, on the Mind screen, it's saying that. So I put 100 Minds tokens, right? And then it says Ethereum 0.0203517 ETH will be transferred to cover the gas fee. But when I get into my MetaMask, it's like to Ethereum. No, I don't have it, obviously, in there.
Yeah.
Huh.
I get the same thing. I get the same exact thing. And it varies. It varies. I tried it like 5 different times in 5 different days at various different times, and it ranges from like 2 Ethereum to like 3.4. Like, what the hell? $3,000 for this? Hell no.
I try uninstalling the app and then reinstalling it and resetting up your wallet because I know they had a bug where if you didn't have enough of Ethereum to pay the gas fee, that it wouldn't show the right price.
It'll just show some random amount.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again right now. I'll try it with 20,000 this time and see.
Yeah, now it's saying 1.8 Ethereum. It's just jumping around. It's just spitting out garbage, basically.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
So I need to put more Ethereum.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I've got like about half the Ethereum I actually need to do the transfer. So it costs like it's telling me to do the 100 transfer. It cost me like $32 in Ethereum.
Yeah. See, yeah, I think they might still like they said they fixed it, but I don't think they fixed that shit, dude.
Yeah, it seems kind of questionable at this point.
It's funny, like the total amount here is about what mine's on the Minds page there warns me it'll be. You know, it'll say your approving request to withdraw 100 tokens, 0.0203517, you know, will be deducted to cover the gas fees, and that's about what the total is here. So, like, I don't know. I mean, it's accurate. It's telling me it'll be about $40 to move 100 tokens on. But what's the point, man? $40 to move 100 tokens? Like, seriously? Like, that's not even like that just makes no sense under any circumstance.
It's a big cut into your earnings, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. It's like basically you're paying half of the value just to transfer it.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pay a little more to get it out in cash.
I mean, the mafia was more generous than this by far.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know?
Fuck me. Yeah, hopefully they fix those gas rates, man. Because I think that once they stabilize that, things will change, and that's what really interests me about the NFTs system is that like we could be trading collectibles, digital collectibles on Minds, and those cost nothing to create or buy. Like I don't know why, but they're like 50-cent gas fees. So like, but they're swamping the networks, which is crazy. I don't understand it. But.
Maybe that's people are trying to get around paying transfer fees just by creating new NFTs. Like, just attach it to this. It's free. Yeah. It's 50 cents.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of the strain is coming from. But that's just me personally. I couldn't prove it, but
Well, I put up a $30 gas fee to move $150 off of an exchange and back into my MetaMask, and it's been sitting there for a week and a half now, just sitting there doing nothing. It is. I don't even know if it's still the same order or whatever. I'm baffled at this point.
Yeah, a bunch of people paid more to get on the bus right around the same time. That's what happened. You got shoved to the back of the line, way back.
Yeah,
that's the thing, though. When the Ethereum, when it fluctuates like that, and you get in on a dip in the cost of the gas, it can burn you. I mean, that happened to me a couple times. It was like, oh, gas is low, let's send it now, and then gas jumps up. It's like, god damn it.
yeah, because then you're not paying anything, and you're all the this shit sucks.
Yeah.
And it's such a rock, man. Oh, wait a minute, I got an alert on my MetaMask all of a sudden. I don't know what that is. Yeah, but again, this gamification is just like crazy.
I'm liking it, like just like with the on-chain tokens I'm holding, and the amount of time that Minds is aware of the fact that I'm holding them is giving me like a residual. It's giving me a little stream to work with there, so that's cool.
And what is that working out per say 100 tokens that you have?
Well, I'm holding 100, right? I only recently reconnected my MetaMask to Minds because I've been using a different browser.
Right.
But
so we got the same number, so I know the answer is about 45 cents or something.
Yeah, it's between 31 cents or something like that. To 30.37 tokens, which is like 31 cents. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that number scales. So if someone were to put 1,000 tokens on there, would that be $4 a day?
Well,
it
should, and there is a time multiplier, right? So if you drop that down, it shows you your time multiplier. So the longer you leave it in, the more you get too. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the longer you leave it in there, same with the liquidity. Like, the longer you leave it in there, the more you're getting out of it in the long run. Like,
yeah.
As soon as I can get around these gas fees, I think I'm gonna dump some stuff into liquidity. Yeah,
fucking gas and fucking crazy.
Yeah, it seems like an anomaly right now. So it'd be nice to see when things kind of settle where we can end up with that.
I'm so sorry. I just got another email from my man Patty Doyle, yet again confirming that we're on. And,
for Sunday?
Yeah, I'm sick. You're gonna like this guy, dude. He's funny. He's like just a really good guy.
Yeah, I checked out the YouTube link he sent me. He seems pretty high energy. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's get into some movies, guys. What kind of movies do you like?
Oh, well, Rizzo, you're the man there. You do like movie nights, right? That's part of me. Like, you didn't really talk about that before, Rizzo. You do a bunch of like the movie nights and you meme the stream as well.
Yeah, I do a bunch of different stuff. Kind of splitting my energy between watch parties. So we do like a themed watch party every month, right? So last month it was, God, I'm trying to remember just all of them because it's so many different themes that we've done. So January was Blanduary. It was like uninspired movies. So you can think of any movie that's like completely uninspiring. That's what we watched then. Then we did Plebuary for February, right? Which was like, one man rising up. So like Falling Down. What else did we do? Like a bunch of like underdog stories, basically. And this month we're into Martial March. So it's all martial arts movie, Kung Fu Ninja movies. So yeah, that one's like more of like my favorite thing. So I like horror movies and like action martial arts movies. I'd say.
And
I'd
now,
have to say.
have you announced what April will be yet?
Not even. We kind of brought it up last night, thinking about what are we gonna do for April again. I can't even remember. So have to get
We got April Fool, so it could be the month of Fools.
We were thinking of that, right? April Fool movies. Then you could play like Ben Stiller movies and freaking
any movie that's got a fool in it,
Yep.
yeah, watch like Tommy Boy or any of the anything with
Tommy Boy's a classic. Definitely.
Yeah. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. We watched Beverly Hills Ninja last night as part of Martial March.
Okay.
It was hilarious because you could see all of his old tropes. Like he always rips the back of the coat, right? And then he always does like the fat guy dance at one point in one of his movies, or like the fat guy hurtling at top speed. And you see his hair blowing all over the place. It's always the same jokes, but they're always hilarious.
Oh man. So what are some of your favorite horror movies there?
There's so many. I enjoy like any of the. Well, there's the classics, right? You got your Halloweens and your Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Those are cool. The ones that I like more are kind of like paranormal. I like paranormal horror movies. So you got the Conjuring series. I enjoyed those. Like those are some more recent ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are good.
When you can get like a crossover between, I guess like more like paranormal activity was okay. But even anything that's comedy based, like the scary movies, I always enjoyed those because it's like
after Scary Movie 5, just stop, okay?
Oh yeah, no, 3 is where I draw the line. I was like, yeah, okay.
3 might be a good cutoff point too.
3 was good, and then after that, I'm like, this is getting a little bit old and formulaic. So, but
yeah. It was just like what was the other one? Damn, where they go in the woods with the camera.
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. That got
that was surprisingly scary. Yeah.
No, the first one was great, but then after that, it's just like, okay, I'm done with this.
Well, they had like a winning formula. It was like different, and then they did the whole internet scavenger hunt bit around it and stuff like that. So that it was like a big hype for the first one, so it really paid off. And then the second one, they're just like, okay, we're just gonna make a regular movie now.
Take a camera on a little bit in the woods. Rizzo, one of my favorite horror movies was one we watched on your channel, which is where all the college kids go out and accidentally kill themselves.
Oh yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil or whatever it was.
Something like that. Yeah, it was hysterical. It's so funny. I mean, it's definitely a horror movie, I would say, not a comedy, but it's also a comedy.
It's a dark comedy or a black comedy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, horror comedy genre. I love that genre, man. It's so hilarious to see, people just cracking jokes or, having like these awkward situations around that one slaughtered body.
British guy did a couple really good ones over there too, like Shaun of the Dead, I think.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead was another good example of that kind of mishmash of the two genres. What was it? Zombievers. I always wanted to watch Zombievers for Spooktober back when we did it then, but we never got around to it. But there's good stuff. Also, like any of the Christmas horror movies, like Santa's Sleigh or Black Christmas or any of those ones. Those are good too.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
It's
hard for me to find a zombie movie.
Classic side. Like it is one of my favorite. The Birds. I love The Birds. Like watch that over and over. They need to remake that in better quality.
Like Psycho, stuff like that.
Yeah, Psycho.
The Hitchcockian.
The Ring. The
Rizzo, have you ever seen a movie called Incubus? And I think it was in 1967. But anyways, it was like filmed in the Santa Cruz, like beaches, and it's in black and white, and they made up their own language, and it's like the whole film is in this made up language, but it's like based off of Latin, and it's like really eerie.
That sounds interesting. I've never heard of that before. Yeah, that looks cool, man. I'm just looking at it now.
That's for me. I had this friend who was like he was in film school, and he was like wanted to be a director, and he was like, we're always going to like midnight showings, and he's always showing me like the most trippiest movies. And I remember that one. I remember watching it all stoned, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then like later, I swear to God, I was like understanding what they were saying, and then like one character was like the devil, and then I was just like, I don't know, I was just like tripping out.
That sounds like a great movie to like, you know, pop some mushrooms and check it out.
Yeah, and like get into the movie.
I mean, every movie is a great movie to do mushrooms on. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Was William Shatner in that Incubus movie?
I think so.
Yeah, directed by Leslie Stevens. Holy crap! And starring William Shatner. Wow, before Star Trek, this is what he did. That's crazy.
He probably did it with a bunch of mushrooms and like tripped out on the beaches.
Made it for like 125 grand too. That's pretty damn cheap. Oh, I guess for back then that would have been still pretty low budget, but damn, looks nice. I'll have to watch that now.
One of the things that really I like to watch, and I'm going to use this opportunity as a plug, okay, is I'd love to find really good YouTube travel channels, you know, that go out and just do their thing. Like there's one guy that C90 Adventures, if I'm not mistaken, and he's releasing all of this shit in South America. You know that guy?
I remember one time you sent me something.
Dude, this guy's a piece. He rode a C90 from like all the way from China to England, and then now he's driving it from Alaska down to Uruguay or to Argentina. But he then stopped halfway through and drove all the way across Canada in the middle of winter with a tent. Right? I mean, the guy's just hardcore, and his girlfriend too, who's hardcore as hell. And then they came back and drove a trail across America that like never really touches the pavement. It's all dirt. Very, very cool. And now he's in Colombia, whatever. He's releasing like one a month because it take him so long to do. But I've got another guy scheduled for this Sunday's show who's from a channel called The Budgeteers. Okay. He's going to be on our show Sunday Night Live on the radio. He lives in Thailand, so it'll be like Monday morning at 8 o'clock for him. And The Budgeteers, basically, their idea of their channel is to everybody takes $1,000, 3 of them, and they go to like India and just see how long they can go on $1,000 each, right? And it's just a great channel. They've done India. They went from LA down to Panama. They did Sri Lanka, which was really cool, and you know, Thailand and all this other stuff. And he's just a real character. I cannot wait to meet him. So Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, on the radio.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We'll you know, this is a good segue to something that I wanted to bring up, and then maybe we could wrap up. But it goes piggybacks on your idea is that what I personally want to do, which has been like this weird little dream of me and the Imaginarium for a long time, was that Imaginarium bus. So like it's the same kind of concept, like where I would think if I've been thinking about this, Meg will come and visit me in LA, and we start off the journey to create the documentary of the Minds Underground. And we start off here in LA, and then we go up to visit Kevin in Canada, and then we meet up with Curry, and hopefully too we get like Mac and like a bunch of us there at the studio, and for forever how long, and then we do something to like, you know, like kind of a live event of like open mic and music and visuals and everything. Mm-hmm. And then like from there, then I take the long way home and go to New York and like go around and then come back, and then like visiting Minds people. And so like each one is like an individual like trip, and depending on like however long to do it. And all this should be like tied to the liquidity pool and tied to, you know, the Minds tokens. And like, that's how we like generate funds for this. And it's like this self-sustaining thing that is like this, like, pop-up creative studio to create these stories of what people are doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think that I think with using that liquidity to pay for things is definitely going to be beneficial in the long run. But before we wrap up, we do have a couple more questions that we got to ask. So, censorship sucks. With all the new changes on Minds, we got the new Uniswap and liquidity, and we got Matrix coming. But what are some of your favorite things, and what is one thing that you'd like to see improved still?
Well, you mentioned Matrix, and I cannot wait to see what that turns into, because that will, from what I understand, like we won't even use these gatherings anymore. We'll just go straight to Matrix and poof, poof, poof. Like, like where will I meet you? Don't worry, I'll call you.
Yeah.
I really love that. I really love pretty much the last update was one of the best updates we've ever had for Minds, and the fact that it didn't come with a single downgrade. Right?
Cheers to that.
It was friggin' straight up upgrade all the way from A to Z, and I mean it was just beautiful. And I think the Matrix one will be the same way. It's just going to be a one big beautiful upgrade, and it won't really affect anything else, and won't like gee, I can't like anyone's posts anymore. Well, is that a feature or a bug?
Yeah.
I remember one time it was like shut down for like 6 hours or something. Like no one could get on, and like it was all
And
so
positive, man.
What would I still like? What's my biggest gripe? I mean, now we're getting down to things like I just love playlists for my videos. That would be awesome. I'm sure you guys are at that point too, where you just want to be able to search.
I'm on the streaming bandwagon and playlists now. So.
Streaming, yeah.
Rizzo, what about you? What are some of your favorite things so far, and what are one thing that you want to see improve?
Yeah, like censorship mentioned. I mean, the last upgrade took a minute to kind of get used to, and you had to really kind of rethink how you use the site for a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a curve, so I didn't mind that. They did have lots of improvements with the last upgrade. I really like some of the new options for monetization. I'm using those a lot now with the memberships, starting to see, more and more interest in it. So putting up whole videos that I would normally, post for free elsewhere, I could put them up, monetize it, and starting to see people get some traction with that. So that's one of the things I'm really, hyped about now with Minds. As far as what I would change about it, I think being able to search content in a more meaningful way, according to date and time posted, that's got to be still and always really has been my biggest, thing on the wish list for Minds is man, if only I could find that one thing I posted that one time, having to scroll
3
back
years
through
ago at
a mile of
yeah,
exactly. If there was only some way that I could narrow down that search functionality. I mean, hashtags are important, guys. Hashtags are important,
hashtags
obviously.
are very important.
And that's
kind of a cool thing to be able to if there was just a button on everyone's page where you could see their very first post ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. Let's give me that.
That was cool.
Even just a calendar, choose a year and a day and see what Rizzo posted, on that day. Or, that video that, censorship did in that interview he did back in, February of 2019. I'd like to see that. Geez, how do I find it? I don't know.
Yeah. Video albums, search. Yeah, those are definitely good improvements there. I like that.
Yeah.
And the last question for you guys is there anything that you guys wanted to bring up? I know you guys threw in a couple of, things there already with the shows and everything, but is there any questions that you wanted to ask us or anything that you guys had and wanted to bring up for the show?
No, just check out all my stuff. If you go to my about page on my channel, you can see a list of all the people I've interviewed. It's not completely comprehensive because
Give us a shout out of 2 people on that list real quick.
Two people. Well, Bill and John. I mean, they're great. Jack's on
You're
that.
not allowed to do creators. Come on, give us some users, man.
Oh, some users. All right. Erigmar. He is a great guy. Lucilent's really cool. He pops into my head pretty quick. There's so many people. Von Novel was a guy from who I did a walkthrough of his Minecraft build. It was really intricate. I don't know if you guys watched that, but
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You got to go about 10 minutes in to start getting into the meat of it. But
that's the familiarizing yourself with the sheep and the forest and
exactly. Yeah. And I wanted to do my regular tell me about yourself. I should have done it in the middle when we were sitting on the king's throne in a huge room, but whatever. I can do it in the forest too.
Rizzo, who are your two shout outs today, man?
Well, if I wanted to bring a focus to some people that have been following me and that I enjoy, I would say, let's see, Jafari on Minds. Yeah. He's a great guy. Definitely a good friend of mine. And J20 Crypto Art or J20 Games on Minds. He's into NFT and stuff like that too. So he'd be somebody interesting to talk to about that, but he's a good guy too, and a great channel. He does 3D digital art and stuff, and big supporter of mine, as is Jafari. And I'd say one more would be oh man, there's so many people I could mention.
I know.
I'll leave it at those guys for now.
Right,
I got to do one more shout out because we are live right now and everyone listening. I want to give a shout out to GOP Aaron, really cool kid. He's a cool guy. He's going to be live streaming with us over on Josh U TV at 9:00 Eastern tonight. So if you're watching this afterwards, it's too late. But if you're watching live, boom, go check us out over there, man. It's going to be pretty cool. We got Crowman, who's a really cool, well-known guy, and Justin Trouble is also going to be with us. So it'll be a pretty cool little crew.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, definitely go check it out if you're listening live. And we definitely want to bring you guys back here and maybe do some things with you guys more often. I know you guys have your own show too and all that, but we gotta share resources around here. Be productive.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Maybe next time we'll be in a VR space.
Yeah, man, that'd be fun.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that'd be a trip. Yeah.
Well, we got it all set up, and it's interesting though. The chat is really weird in there because because the closer you are, the louder they are. So if I'm walking around the space and then I'm talking to you, then I'll just fade out, and then eventually you won't hear me.
that's funny. Yeah, I've been in a couple of spaces like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to shout out to you guys, man. You guys are doing such a cool job with these the interviews, and it's great, and it's an honor. And thank you very much for having us on. We really appreciate it. And
game or two.
Yeah, it was a blast. We definitely want to have you guys back on, and do some more stuff with you. Maybe we can hop over on Rizzo's movie night sometime and stuff like that. Or
I'd love
do
to have
one
you
over here. We definitely gotta combine resources with all these because there are a bunch of different little shows on here now with the podcasters or the uploaders on Minds that do these kind of interviews or shows with each other, and I think we need to start sharing that with each other and start getting on each other's shows and promoting each other and start doing them together more often. I think that'd be fun.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Sounds fantastic.
All right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure having you, and we'll see you next time, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right. Say bye.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.